WWE 2K Next Gen series has taken a lot of shots as of late. From okay to you're fucking with me, right? When back then it used to be like okay. And it finally got through people's heads that it's all about the visuals now and not the gameplay.
I can't really be mad at 2K because they don't care. They made their money and they're still making their money.
Why does Wwe 2K18 suck so much cock?
Do you guys play test any fucking thing you do before you release something to the public?
Hints on why the creation suite in later games are now the most immersive experience to control in video game history. I mean, you can literally give yourself the Sharingan now. It's incredible. But that doesn't weigh over the fact that the game is basically unplayable at times. New ladder match gimmick barely works. New tables match mechanics barely works. New game? But don't put it in rest mode or else your saves explode. Fucking career mode. The past 3 years is just an ultimate time waster, highly comparable to SmackDown vs. Raw 2009's attempt at changing career mode, while 2008 was literally perfect. Now, I think I got the general overview of the series so far out the way, so let's jump straight into the newly released 2K18 to see what they changed to convert my opinions. Pro tip, it doesn't. I'm fully aware that you guys might think that I'll be biased on this game considering that I shitted on it before it even came out. But I actually had to change it apart once I played it, and the features that they announced the following weeks after my video. I got so pissed at the gameplay footage that I forgot one of the major key points of the series, which I'll explain later. I've bought the deluxe $97 version of this game. I waited at midnight until the game launched on my console, and I played it for 72 hours straight without my console turning off, which led to the game eventually crashing on me. So I think I'm more than qualified to criticize this game. Fuck you. So let's start with the interface and visuals, in which I actually enjoy. There's no endless loops of Ultimate Warrior and Tataka running at the background like last year, and there's actual color this time instead of a pure empty abyss. Fucking wrestlers taking asses to the face and shit is great. Boom, that's it, done. Soundtrack, it's terrible, turn it off immediately. Add interest themes instead. The Rock, congratulations, you made a soundtrack worse than WWE 2K15's roster. Every year, I raise the question at ignorance of the developers for certain inserts and removals. It's the largest roster in WWE video game history. Oh, you mean the 4 Mick Foleys, 5 Stings, and Tyson Kidd? I am legitimately surprised every time they put Tyson Kidd in these past 3 games, since Samoa Joe killed him. Also, fuck Yuke. I finally noticed that they play favorites when it comes to implementing Japanese wrestlers. Fucking Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance is longer than fucking Undertaker's. It should be the industry standard at this point to make no entrance longer than Taker's. I'm talking to you, Balor. You also gotta love how they made Asuka's tits bigger than what they actually are. And last but not least, 2K's marketing techniques never cease to surprise me. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me break it down for you. Production on every game usually starts after WrestleMania, which means every person who's on the roster at that time is deadlocked to be in the game, unless you're released by that point. And anyone signed after WrestleMania is usually DLC. Now, how does that work for returns directly at WrestleMania? Well, I'll tell you. Fucking buy it, you fucking bitch. How about debuting a day before WrestleMania? Fucking buy it, you fucking bitch. What about debuting 2 WrestleManias ago? Whoa, buddy. It's like money right up from the sky, baby. Where the fuck is my James Ellsworth? Now, on to gameplay. I hate it. Now, on to Creation Suite. It's incredible. Now, here's where these 2 lines intersect, and my main video point gets addressed, and my third eye was finally open when I realized what was going on. What if the next gen 2K series was meant only for making creations and seeing creations? What if every immersive change that they made to the game's visuals were only to make creations look better? What if this wrestling game series wasn't meant for you to play it and wrestle at all? It all makes sense now. You weren't supposed to play this game. The game was supposed to play you. Well, that explains everything. I get it now. Online modes. Oh. It's actually pretty good when it's working, but due to 2K servers being absolute dial-up garbage, you must pray to God every loading screen in hopes that you won't desync from your opponent. I thought that the individual camera gimmick was pretty fucking cool until I realized that if someone's getting submitted outside the ring, I wouldn't notice. And it's close to impossible to reverse any outside dives now, so have fun with that. Hey, let's try team up mode. That's been in here since Wwe 2K18. I got friends now, let's fire it up. Alright, I'ma surprise him with a roll up pin. He won't see it coming, haha. Oh shit, we won. You know what, I don't count that as a win. It was probably a fluke, you know. Let's try that again. Yep, nope. We desynced again. Huh. Wwe 2K18, people. MyPlayer mode. I'm honestly quite surprised by the thought put into it this time. Backstage roaming is back. Baron Blade is your superior. The Rock and Ty Dillinger are what the hecking heck? Okay, now I bet money that The Rock probably doesn't even know who Ty Dillinger is. But overall, MyPlayer is better than last year's. But that doesn't mean it's a good mode overall. There's still bugs here and there. Hell, this mode caused my game to crash, so I know. And get ready to go through massive loading screens in between sequences. You're sure to have a slow time. Also, why the fuck do we start the mode by picking the presets when you can actually create the character that you want in the menu of the mode? How did y'all mess this up, man? I mean, really? Oh yeah. Loot crates. Yay. Overall opinion. This game is much better than last year's, but that's not saying much though. They basically went from shit to a fart, fixing what was wrong with 2K17. It kind of reminds me of the past when SmackDown Just Bring It being bad, and Shut Your Mouth had to capitalize on that L. But the difference between these two is that these are actually fun to play, and that's why I'm probably mad every time I see a new installment. The last fun WWE game we had was All Stars. Enough said. But if you're into downtime, creating Rick and Morty, and wrestling, then yes, this is your game. Get it. But if you want a fully functional, fun, and fast wrestling experience, where you and your friends won't get bored after 2 matches, this is not the game for you. Now, based on 2K's track record, this game will be updated by next month, which will introduce newer problems to the game because every time they fix something, they end up breaking something else. To this day, I'll never understand why they don't just get New Legacy Inc. to be bug testers for the game. They end up breaking shit when they're just trying to have fun, like you're supposed to do in a video game. You know your game is fucked whenever one of your promoters says that it's bad. And I don't even like this nigga, but he sure did win my respect though, by knowing what a fun game is and what is not. This game gets 2 KFC Georgia Gold boxes out of 5. Hey D-Dub, man, how come you didn't talk about universe mode? It's not general manager mode. I don't give a fuck. I'm honored to be the first person to create X-Pac and Chris Benoit in the PS4 version of the game. I just really hope I don't get banned. He already has like 900 plus downloads on